Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Danny Cat, and welcome to my channel, where we play tabletop games, video games, and anything else we could get our hands on. Today we are playing Jade Empire, like what says on above my head. And trust me, this is one of my favorite Bioware games. Actually, almost any Bioware games is my favorite to play. They've never disappointed me. Nevertheless, getting way out of subject here. We are on, what is this, episode 11? Wow, 11 episodes already. Woo, that's a lot of episodes. And I'm excited. I really am. Because we're now entering into a new era of the whole entire game. It's really getting fun, and we're getting into a darker and deeper story. Nevertheless, if you like what you see, hit that like, hit that subscribe, so that way you don't miss out on the next episodes. After all, I have planned 43 episodes at the current moment, and we're only on number 11. We got a long ways to go. Nevertheless, this is June 5th, and I'm excited, happy, and ready to go. Let's get into the game, shall we? Alright. Oh no, my dice tower. It did it again. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boy. I gotta do this and then plan for a D&D game right after this. Well, I'm excited, but exactly the same time, a lot of hard work. She's crying. That scares me. Eh. Just gotta look around, gotta see what's going on. Trust me, it's always good to look around. You never know what you're gonna find. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what's gonna be in them. Life is like a box of chocolates, full of mystery and all.
Please, please excuse me. I know I shouldn't be crying in public like this, but I just can't help it.
Who are you? What's wrong? Your sobbing is annoying me. I feel so evil when I say that.
Please, I'm just a humble woman. My name is Seamstress Lawn, and I have a problem I don't know how to solve. I thought you could help, but I was afraid to speak to you. It's my fiancé, Baker Bay. Every day a group of thugs attacks him and beats him up. He tries to avoid them, but they find him wherever he goes. The beatings are getting worse. I'm terrified they're going to kill him. After I saw you take on those sailors, I thought, well...
There's got to be more to the story. I'll take care of those thugs for you. How much can you pay me? This isn't my problem. Ooh. Number 2.
I knew you'd understand being a woman. Thank you, my lady. If our firstborn is a girl, she shall have your name. Bay is down at Beggar's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today.
Well, let's go into the tea house and then we'll explore the rest of the town. Alright. Hey.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Thousand cuts!
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade.
Are you saying Lee knew he'd be kidnapped? How do you know Master Lee again? Try to speed this up. I have other things to do. Oh, that made me sound arrogant. Ooh.
I served him in the Imperial Army, but right now I have things you must know, so set aside your questions and listen carefully. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prize pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold.
Will you search for the rest of the amulet? Can we speed this up a little bit? Where is the monk? Sounds so arrogant.
I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too.
I should go to the ruins and try to find this amulet piece. How do you know about it?
Yes, Sun Lee intended you to find it.
Well, it looks like my controller died. Give me a second, guys. I will plug it right on in. That's a major first for me. Oh. Oh, where is that wire? I know I have it here somewhere. Nope, that's not it. How strange. Where I thought my wire went. I know it's somewhere around here. Sorry guys, had to improvise a little here.
I was to tell you about it if anything happened to him. It was the last order he gave me, and I have waited years to fulfill my duty.
I want to ask you something. What if my flyer had functioned properly? You'd have waited for nothing. How long have you been waiting for me? I have a lot ahead of me. I should go. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. All right, number 2.
I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least.
I want to ask you some questions. How long have you been waiting for me? I have a lot ahead of me. 3.
Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Woof. Alright, let's see here. Huh.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house.
You used to own this tea house? What do you do here? I should go.
Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine.
You didn't know he owned the land when you built the place. Did you check the writ to make sure it was real? I should go.
Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong.
You didn't know he owned the land when you built the place. I'm going to speak to Dutong about this. Don't worry, I'll get the tea house back for you. I don't have time for your problems. Ooh.
That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish Old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were.
I want to talk about Dutong and his imperial writ. Did the tea house change owners recently? I'd like some wine. Goodbye.
Old Mother Quan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Quan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses.
I want to talk about Dutong and his imperial writ. Tell me more about Dutong. Give me some advice. I like some wine. Goodbye.
That imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice.
Did anyone ever see the actual writ? Yeah!
Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway.
I think the writ was a forgery. Give me some advice. Yes!
What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan.
Maybe I can make Dutong confess.
That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed.
He's going to him so drunk he passes out. Oh god.
Don't worry about that. He never passes out no matter how much he drinks. Actually, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand.
Let's Dutong some drinks. I'll be back in a bit. Don't have time to help Mother Quan. Alright, this one's... I'm not going to roll for it because we're going to do number 1.
No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial Seasoned Spirits. The Peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial Seasoned Spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of Peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up.
Oh. Alright, I'm not going to do the dice rolls because this is actually a mechanic. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one first.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
I think that'll be it.
Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. What can I do for you, my friend? The writ? Why waste time on such a dry and boring subject, my friend? Can't you see the drink is flowing? Look at how busy my tea house is. Isn't it glorious? Put the writ out of your mind and join the party. Mingle. Enjoy yourself. Everybody should have a good time at Master Dutong's tea house.
You should speak to Dutong. See if you can get him to confess to cheating old Mother Quan out of this tea house. No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial Seasoned Spirits. The Peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial Seasoned Spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of Peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up. 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of Three Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul.
Ooh, tell me about the writ. You can trust me. Maybe you'll feel better if you tell me about it. Tell me the truth about that writ. Worm. Alright, this is a dice roll. I'm hoping for 1. Number 4. Ooh, that's my choice then.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Confess my sins. Then I'll feel better. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up!
Bus, what are you saying? I'd better sober you up.
Oh, God! Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh! That stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if I... Oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, oh, I don't know, an imperial writ?
Oh, jeez.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, Three Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do.
You disgust me, Dutong. You won't sell Mother Quan out like this. Give us the silver, Dutong, and we won't say a thing. I don't like this choice, but I gotta be fair. All right.
Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Quan's a good woman. She deserves to have her tea house back.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have old Mother back in charge again. You should tell Mother Quan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having a nice time here in in Master Dutong's tea house.
Well, there's only one thing to really say here, so I'm gonna go for it.
A forgery, are you certain? That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. This brave young lady exposed him for the fraud that he was. The tea house is mine again.
Hooray for Mother Quan! Her tea house is back in business!
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house.
Oh. Number 2. These are the choices. It was nothing. I was glad to help. Just remember that you owe me.
I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my humble thanks. That and a promise that you will always be welcome here at Old Mother Quan's.
It's good enough for me. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and head on out. I think I've done enough gaming for today. Ow. That hurt. Nevertheless, if you like what you see, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tune into the next episode. I think this was episode 15. No, this is episode 11 on the 5th day of June. With that said, so long, see you around, and bye-bye.